What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to Living Life Fast, and today you join me in a BMW M140i Shadow Edition. Some of you would have already seen this is actually available via LLF Games. You can actually win it for £11.99. And as we did with the previous giveaway car, we did a couple of performance tests. We tested the 0 to 60, the quarter mile, also the 100 to 200 time. Today I thought we'd just quickly go do some 0 to 60s. It's about to get dark. I just thought, you know what, let's just get some content. If you're not already following my dedicated LLF Games YouTube channel, the link will be in the description, where I've actually gone for a nice POV drive in this car. So yeah, we're going for a quick little POV drive, and then we'll whip out this box over here and start measuring some 0 to 60s. So let's get a window down. Now, BMW M140, so it's actually a Shadow Edition, which means it's almost got all of the optional extras. I mean, for starters, you get heated leather seats, they're fully electric, you get all the black trimming, and look, this has got Alcantara steering wheel. This is an upgraded wheel by Royal Steering Wheels, but this is a really tasty M140. It's also running a stage 1 or maybe a stage 2 tune. It was advertised at 440 horsepower, so it's very quick, really torquey, and of course we've got 8-speed ZF box. Let's quickly get through there. Oh no, that's not good. No, he's not having it. So yeah, M140, so it's got the famous B58 engine. I don't know how many evolutions there has been of this engine. You had the N54, the N55, and you've now got the B58. Solid engines. I've filmed quite a few of these on the channel, running like 700 plus horsepower. But listen to this. The torque is, I don't even know what the torque is, but I know in stock form these are 340 horsepower and 369 foot-pounds of torque. And I think full amount of torque is available from about 1800 RPM, but it throws you down the road, man. It's an extremely quick car. So yeah, as mentioned, 440 horsepower. The tune is done by Bootmod. I'm not sure which tuning company. Bootmod is a platform which enables tuners to create their own file, so I'm not actually sure on the file, but I know it's got a Bootmod flash stage 1. It's also got a PCW exhaust mod. PCW exhaust mod, which makes it a little bit louder, which is why you're getting a couple of more crackles. Let's get a window down. Farting away that is, isn't it? We've also got the M Performance exhaust tips. You know what, let's just do some driving. Man, love this car so much, you know that. If you go back and look at any M135i or M140 video, I love these cars to death. What is that noise? Is that the window not up? Yeah, even look at Arthur's M140, or was it the M135i? I just, man, they're like, listen to it. Gotta be careful, no LSD. Yeah, it's proper racket this car makes. But yeah, any M140, M135i, I just love them. Like, they're not like an M car, as in push them to their absolute limits. They will kind of let you down. They do tend to understeer a bit, and you know, they're a little bit squiggly. I mean, this one hasn't got an LSD, but as some of you probably follow TR Hamza, he's recently just had a wave track differential installed, which will transform this car. So yeah, 3 litre inline 6-cylinder, single turbo, but a lot of people put hybrids on these and get into like 700 horsepower. You've got a lot of different driving modes down here. You've got Eco Pro, Sport, Sport Plus. What I noticed is in Sport Plus, this steering wheel gets very heavy. So obviously the M cars, you can actually change the individual settings, like the steering, the throttle, and also the suspension. But this one, I'm not too keen on the heavy steering wheel. Obviously I mentioned recently in my M5 video that I prefer the wheel nice and light. This car is also coded, so it's got Spotify. I think you can like watch DVDs while it's in motion. Usually you've got to be parked up to do that. What else have we got? Media, radio. Let's have a little look at my vehicle so you can check your tyre temperatures. We've got SOS here. I'm not sure if we've got a concierge service, but if we click here, technology in action, you'll see sports display. We've got the horsepower and Newton meters displayed here. We'll take a left. But yeah, really tasty spec car. It's also got the Motec stance kit, which means it's got the IBAT lowering springs. It's got the spacers, not sure which company the spacers are from, possibly TPI. It's also got the Maxton splitters, so front, side and rear spoiler, fully Maxtoned out. And it's just jet black. It's my ideal spec. Black tints, black wheels, black body. Love it to death. And as mentioned, this car is just about to end, probably about 4 days left on the competition. We've done about 2300 tickets, 3400 available. So yeah, we'll go find a dual carriageway in a sec where we can do some 0 to 60s. And let's get the windows down. I messed up last time, didn't I, with the M5? Ho ho! Torque! Slap! Is so nice, man. It's feels extremely torquey low down, but doesn't sort of stay up the RPM. So I don't know, the style of tune on this car, it's a bit more aggressive. You get a high sense of speed. So the body feels together. Obviously we've got the lowering spring, so it feels a little bit more hunkered down, but there's a tiny bit more movement than you'd get in, say, an M3 or an M4. You know, they're obviously a lot better handling wise. A lot of people, like I noticed in the comment section on the LLF Games YouTube channel, were asking what's the difference between this and an M2. And I mean, look, M cars handle completely different. Forget everything else. Like, this has a daily driver all day over an M2, like 100%. But M cars are for handling and dynamics and, you know, track driving. You know, that is the advantage of buying a full-on M car. Forget about interior, cabin quality, that's all personal preference. I mean, look, they all look the same, I'm not gonna lie to you. I love the driving position in this M140. I've been in a few M2s and obviously it's a coupe, so it's just got a different kind of layout. In here you feel a bit more like you're slotting into a glove, and I'm not just saying that, I love the dimensions. You can see very clearly outside this cabin, and I'm not the biggest guy. I've probably repeated myself, everything I said in the other video that I shot on this, but the cabin's got really nice proportions. You can see over the wings clearly. You can, you know, see the curbs when you're cornering. And like I say, back to handling, like this car, you don't want to push it past 7 or 8 tenths. The M2 or even the M3, M4, you can go all out in that car on a public road or the track, you know. So they're two different cars, don't be confused, you know. Yes, you can probably modify these to make them quicker in a straight line, but put an equivalent driver in each car, you will not know which way the M2 went. But then back to the conversation, the M2 comes with a limited slip diff. An inexperienced driver will be a little bit more intimidated with an M2, whereas an M140, it doesn't scare you as much. When it slips from the rear, it just squiggles on the spot. It doesn't feel dangerous, whereas the M2, it'll lock up and send you sideways, yeah? And that's something that more inexperienced drivers will find scary. They're gonna be like, fuck that rear wheel drive, like nah, like, you know. Even myself, you know, I've got so much experience with rear wheel drive cars, but I can tell you that, you know, the M cars, they are pretty damn intimidating. But yeah, these cars are pretty heavy, 1550 kilos roughly. 0 to 60, BMW claims 4.8 seconds. Top speed's gonna obviously be 155 easily. And cars in its class, what, Golf Rs, RS3s, Seat Leons, the Focus RS, Honda Civic Type Rs, you've got the Megane Cups, and you know, this is, I think, the only real driving class, which is why I'm definitely a big fan. It's not the most driver focused in class. You've obviously got the new M135i, which I don't know. The new cabin design is really nice, but looks wise, I'm not too sure. Motec do some really nice kits, absolutely transforms the car. But yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of things I haven't mentioned that is a spec on this car. Only 46,000 miles on the clock. So yeah, let's go and find a strip where we can do some 0 to 60s. Right, so we found a dual carriageway. So right, we're gonna go Sport Plus. I think I'm just gonna do traction off. Yeah, I'll do traction off. Right, no cars behind. Let's give it a go. Ooh, 4.04 to 60. Not bad. Bloody hell. So that was apparently traction off, but it was still pulling power back. Is it traction off still? Let's see if it does. Yeah, that's deactivated now. Traction fully off now. Let's give it another go. That was 0 to 60 in 7.27 seconds. Okay, ideally you do not want to be traction off in this car. That was definitely a fail. So we've got traction back on this time, but it's in a more sporty mode rather than completely off. Let's go. That feels quick. 4.38, a little bit slower. Maybe because we was uphill a little bit. That actually felt a lot quicker for some reason. 4.5. Gee, how did we manage to get a 4.04 a second ago? So we did 2-3 runs there with the traction control on, but in the sport setting. I'm thinking, let's just turn the normal traction control back on. Maybe it'd be faster than 60 like that. Nah, that was a 4.49. Let's give it another one. Let's just launch it straight. 4.45. I think the intake temps are getting a little hot now. I can feel the power's like zapping away a little bit. Just probably needs a little cool down. .37. Yeah, it looks like that's what we're gonna average today, lads. Right, so it's been a couple of hours. We're back at the unit and the GoPro died once again, but I thought let me close off this video correctly. Yeah, so the M140 did a fastest 0 to 60 in 4.04, which is faster than my Evo. It's faster than E92 M3. The Evo did it in 4.25 seconds and the M3 did it in 4.45 seconds. So this M140 is a rocket. Like, it's crazy how easy it does it. Obviously it was a bit drier, it was a bit damp when we did the runs with the Evo and the M3, but some other times it did a 4.09, a 4.67, 7.27. That's when I completely wheel spun through the gears. It did a 4.38, 4.26, 4.37, 5.14. That's when it up geared by accident and it went back down. It did a 5 seconds. Also a 4.56. So as you can see, consistently this M140 will, in the real world, do a 0 to 60 in an average of 4.3 seconds, which is pretty mind-blowing considering it's got an open diff, there's no LSD, and I'm not even too sure what tyres are actually on the car. So its fastest standing quarter mile was 12.46 at 119 miles per hour, which is actually slightly quicker than the Evo, which did it in 12.51 at 111 miles per hour. What's interesting and baffling to me is it did a fastest 100 to 200 in 8.51 seconds. The Evo did it in 11.25. So this car is 2.75 seconds quicker than the Evo 100 to 200. So basically in a roll race, this car would annihilate the Evo, yeah? But somehow, having a faster 0 to 60, right, and a way faster 100 to 200 time, it's only just beating it in the standing quarter mile. I'm not understanding the logic and how this is making sense. The only thing I can think is, when I was doing the back-to-back runs in the M140, I think the intake temps were getting a little bit too hot, because on some of those runs where I did the 0 to 60, some of the 100 to 200 times after that were 11.93, 12.06 versus its fastest, which was at 8.5. So you're talking when this car gets hot, after 3 or 4 power runs in this M140, it becomes 3.5 seconds slower 100 to 200 each time. So this car, any M140 owners, if you're out back-to-back running this car, racing people, you need to let this car cool down for a good 5 minutes. This race box, I'm sure, is pretty reliable. I've done a lot of testing with it before. But yeah, that is the results. The M140 is clearly quicker than the M3. It's clearly quicker than the Evo. You know, to think it's doing an 8.5 100 to 200, that is 1.5 seconds slower than a stock F90 M5. You know, and an M5 like this don't feel any like. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end the video there. Please hit the thumbs up and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.